Capitan, I have been thinking. The Caribbean is very nice this time of year. And new heading, Capitan? You wish to set course, Capitan?
We might be ready to move on this. Hello? What can I do for you? Okay, how much are you putting down? All right then, I'll set it up.
Bye. How is the weather up there, Capitan?
$6 then... No.
So, we are relocating, Capitan. You'll get used to it down here, yes? I do not even smell the smell anymore. Goodbye.
This is a reminder to the public lobby that this is the LSPD Coast Guard and Gang Task Force is firing on you guys right now. Okay? I suspect you guys disperse, stop your bullshit, or this kind of behavior is going to continue. And it's going to get worse, boys.
Good to see you, Capitan. What do you have planned today, Capitan?
Bide your time, Pavel.
A new heading, Capitan?
I know you've been there already, but Pooh just called and said I can come through and get a tour.
滚开，混蛋！Motherfucker！ 去自死吧！我们有人倒下了！
起来！告诉我你还想？
马上撤退！小心！
你死定了！
我们的人受伤了！妈的！
快找掩护！
我没有子弹了！你死定了！
找掩护！
那人！他妈的！
退后！无疑了！准备受死吧！结束口号！你们会像死猪肉一样！你快躲在这敌人的后面！后退！
找掩护！闹钟！保护自己！
往后撤！
准备你死吧！Motherfucker！
来人！我希望你们去死！
Oh yeah. Something was wrong with the mic. I forgot to take it off mute. Like an idiot. Sorry guys. Yeah, I know, like, if that barcode keeps being bad, Riley, welcome back. And it is going great, thank you for asking. I know, I thought I answered you guys there, and I didn't, because, yeah, the mic was on mute like a moron. Oh man. Riley, remember the one time I was talking for like almost 5 minutes? Eh? And then you were like, I think it was you and Owen that piped up and you were like, "Bam, are you even talking anymore?" And I'm like, I looked at the message and I'm like, yeah, I've been talking for the last 5 minutes. What the hell are you talking about? Like, so. Sometimes I forget to push that button and it's easy to forget. So, I usually, if I'm in a public lobby, I'll usually try and open up the business battle for everybody so that they can, you know, get a fair chance at getting some extra money and stuff like that, right? Because as you guys seen, like, that was a lot of combat I did, right? So you gotta understand that, like, players, oh, you feel like shit? Oh, Riley, I've had those nights, dude. I hear you. Prayer. Say a prayer. Ask God to give your mind some rest. And He will. He does for me always. Sometimes it's short-lived. Well, a lot of times it's short-lived. But I appreciate the time that I get. And I'm gonna get at least one more of this business battle. If no one else is going after it, like, I was just policing the area, making sure that no griefers were going to come in. Sometimes when business battles happen, what griefers will do is they'll try to be nice people and they'll open up the business battle as like a decoy, and then and that attracts people, right? And then they keep killing people non-stop, and they'll go in like ghost mode and all kinds of other stuff. Like, they'll end up doing things that the normal average player can't do or doesn't have a knowledge of doing. And I really can't stand when people like that take advantage of other players. They get on my nerves. And then that's why we go to war. Ooh, shit. Forgot about the train behind me. I'll keep some of these enemies alive. But yeah, over the last 3 years, I've learned that doing business battles, that griefers and tryhards have done that to the average player who's just looking to, you know, earn some extra money and, you know, sees the business battle advantage opportunity and is like, oh, I can capitalize on that, right? And like, oh, I got somebody there that can help me, and then you get some asshole that comes and tries to ruin it. That's where we come in, and we police that shit. So we've done that so much over the last like 2 and 3 years that people have basically given up trying to do that to players, because number one, they're going to get reported, number two, they're going to get a visit from us, and number three, they're going to get put on a shit list with everybody else, right? You do not want to be on a shit list with everybody else. You'll make enemies faster than you'll make friends. And I'm not going to make 800 before it's 9 o'clock. Before midnight? Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not happening today. That might happen tomorrow, or they might happen the day after. Reaching level 800 is not happening today. We tried. Oh, and he's gonna hide in his arena. Let that guy hide in his arena. As long as Barcode hides in his arena and doesn't start messing around with people, I don't care what he does in there. The second he comes out of there and start killing randoms, and messing with people, because the lobby is quiet. Right? The lobby's at peace. Everybody's doing their own thing. Nobody's messing with anybody. Right? Everybody just wants to make money in this lobby and not be disturbed. So the first person that turns around and goes around and starts causing bullshit with someone, well, you best believe we're going for a fight. On the Gen 7 NASCARs, or wait. Gen 7 NASCARs are all kinds of weirdness. It's almost like they're putting too much high-tech stuff into NASCAR. You know? It's almost like we gotta go back to the drawing board and just scrap all that AI bullshit that's in the cars now. And all their high-tech aerodynamics, measuring type, you know, stuff that they want to bring out, and these different types of tires and carbon parts and blah 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 blah. Well, guess what? That's all fun and games, okay? But you know, here's the thing. You bring out carbon parts and things that are more lightweight and less safe for drivers, and you're putting their lives even more at risk. And they can go faster, but like they need a chance of survival as well. After all, there are entertainers. Since companies cut corners just so many different ways nowadays, I found, and I call them on it. Look at this guy. Why isn't he coming out of there? We're gonna have to wake up the Barcode, aren't we? Barcode won't come out of there. If Barcode won't come out of his little ant hole, Moses making lead lobby. Kyle Busch? Oh, you're one of his fans? Listen. I was a Dale Jarrett fan and an Earnhardt fan. Earnhardt only because my old man was an Earnhardt fan. So I had no choice but to, like, that happened in our Bush happened in our fan, like Kyle Busch.
Juicing is
That was one of my aunt's favorite drivers. So we always heard about Kyle Busch at Thanksgiving and Christmas. Always. Like anytime the family get-togethers would happen. But no, mostly I was a Jarrett fan. Like Jarrett always ran pretty competitively, and you know, he carried a lot of respect with everybody. I definitely respected him. But that's like that's going into the old school. I know. Why did he retire the M&Ms? Don't tell anybody about that. No. Yeah. It's like those guys have history and stories to tell. Because their lives, they race with emotion. Okay? That's what racing is all about. Racing is done with emotion and passion and love and friendship and good times. And getting together on the weekends on a Friday and Saturday nights. And then packing it all up and driving through the week and getting ready to go to the next place and making sure you get there before the next racing team. That's how racing works. When you're on the road for a year, you don't stop. You arrive early on a Friday, sometimes even on a Thursday if you're lucky. If you run hard from Monday to wherever you're going, and you don't stop at home for some extra parts, and which usually you have to, and we do anyways. And then we stop for fuel, obviously. We refuel on our snacks and stuff like that, because we know when we get to race weekend. I used to be a part of that. I used to be a part of the pit crew, and when we get to race weekend, it's all hands on deck. It's like everything is at. We got our trailers are there, like our camper trailers. The racing trailer is there. Everything gets set up for the weekend. We eat, sleep, and everything gets done at the track. So you basically take a nap at the track, and then everybody goes back to work. Everybody's got a job to do. Like, there's things that have to be cleaned, there's fuel that has to be redone, there's tires that have to be changed on the cars, there's oil that has to be changed, there's things that has to be dynoed. With the amount of wine I have, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get involved in NASCAR tonight. Good. But that requires me to set up everything all over again. So, no NASCAR tonight, Riley. I can do NASCAR tomorrow. We can look and do NASCAR tomorrow. Likely. Or wait a second. You guys have seen a lot of GTA. That's a little hint. Okay, so if you guys want to see some NASCAR, Riley. Oh, he's out. I was gonna say we'll load up some NASCAR. He's out. Fuck you, barcode. Rotten hell, you little piece of shit. I'm gonna bomb you back to the Stone Age. Kurt Busch? Yeah, yeah, you're right. Kurt Busch did the M&M's car, and then he did a Miller Lite. There was like for a year or for a season or two he ran the Miller Lite, or it was a Bud Light car or something like that. How the fuck does this asshole get his shit back right away like that again? See? I know this guy's a griefing piece of shit. And he's scared to get back on that bike. He just got back on it. I took it away from him. So I know he cheats the game. Because here's the thing. When you take an MK1 oppressor away from somebody, alright? It's a 2.5 minute respawn time to get it back. Unless you're a cheated modded account. If you're a cheated modded account, you can call it back right away. What's that? Kurt and Kyle? Yeah, Kurt and Kyle Busch are brothers. And they're either brothers or they're cousins. I forget. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, they're a great racing family too. I respect those guys. Yeah. Nothing wrong to say about those guys at all. No, they race hard. They really do. They race hard and aggressive, yeah, of course. But that's what NASCAR was back in the day. Like you had to be like that. You had to be prepared to race hard and aggressive, or else you wouldn't survive NASCAR. What was he thinking? Barcode thinking he was gonna... I don't think so. No. No, you're not using this truck. Welcome to the Gaza Strip. Fuck you, barcode. Piece of shit. The LSPD's coming after you barcodes. We have been for 3 years. The war on the barcodes doesn't stop. Never has, never will. Leave the lobby. Do the smart thing, asshole, because this shit ain't gonna stop. It's just gonna keep getting worse. Next, I'm gonna orb you. Oh, I never followed Truck Series much. No. Actually, lately I haven't followed NASCAR much at all. No. I've been too busy streaming. Now I think about it. Not that I should be vegging out of the TV and watching racing all the time, but I used to when I was a kid, one time. I raced too when I was a kid. When I was younger, I stock car raced. I almost died twice. First time it was scary. Second time made me feel like a god. Second time I went around bragging about it. Yeah. Like the first time I was scared shitless because they had to cut me out and everything else. So that made me feel weird. But the second time I was involved in like a very serious crash when I was younger, and in racing it was like cool, thumbs up. Like, I survived that bullshit. Did you guys do that shit? Blah 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 blah. No, no, you did not. It gives you bragging rights. Kind of thing. That's happened. Yeah, that's happened to me on 2 occasions. I've had 3 crashes in my life. 2 race cars and a truck accident. None of them which were my fault. So like racing, the one guy that ended up he tail grabbed me going into the 3rd corner. So when I was younger, stock car racing, like I'm explaining, one guy tail grabbed me and ended up being like I was traveling at such a high speed and force and velocity that I caught air. That night it was very windy at the track, so the air caught underneath the track as he hit me and tail grabbed me on my right wing, and it spun the car up, and I lost total control. Everything went like in circles, and I landed on the track, and everything kind of crushed down, and like everything settled, and I looked around, and I was like, did it stop? Is it over? Am I okay? Okay, I'm still alive. Right? I'm gonna look around, and I hear the sirens, and I know the tow truck's coming on the track, and I look around the car a little bit, and I can't I can't like I can't physically get out. So as soon as I'm physically fine, but as soon as they cut me out of the car, fucking I went after the guy. He fucking the guy who hit me and put me in that situation fucking snapped. Fucking ran right over to his pit area. I fucking grabbed him. I fucking fed him a couple times. I caught an assault charge for it too. No, it was no. We were an all-pro mod. We were an all-pro mod, so it was open wheel. It was like when like like almost like the beefed up version of the dirt track racers. Like, you know how the dirt track racer cars are like really small? Well, like the all pro mods are um, they're longer, a little bit wider, and they like obviously we got outdoor wheels, of course, and we move around the track with great speed. So like when you catch air, like you catch air, and it hurts too, because like it's not like the regular roll cage of a NASCAR or CAS car or anything like that. Like it hurts you with brute force and hits you like it's you don't forget stuff like that. You just don't. And like intense racing nights for sure on the track. This guy's gonna hide out forever. You know what I wish? Is that GTA would come out with like an all-pro modified open wheel race car. Like a nicer series of open wheel race car, because all they give us right now is the what do you call that one? I know it off the top of my head. The Formula One series. They give you like 3. I'm not working for your organization, bud. Fuck off. Seriously. That's not happening. Do you guys want me to load up NASCAR? Because I can load up NASCAR if you want. I'll load up NASCAR and I'll do NASCAR for a while, because I haven't done NASCAR in a while. The only thing is that I have one thing I like to do. There's one thing I like to do when I load up NASCAR. There it is. There's my one headphone, so I can listen to my tunes. So, one thing, I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret that we used to do as teenagers at the stock car track, and some NASCAR drivers were doing it, and it got banned, and it'll never be allowed to again, is you're never allowed to listen to music on the track. You're not. The only thing you're allowed to do is radio communications with your pit crew. We used to sneak music in with a headphone set, and we'd put it in with our comm set, and then we'd stick on an MP3 player, and then the MP3 player we could put on pause to listen to our person on the inside track, right? Now, our tech manager or our crew chief and anybody who's on our staff who would tell us, you know, like, hey, your tires are wearing low, or like, this is how much we got left in fuel. Like, people would always be running numbers and communicating. But if you wanted to listen to your own music, eventually we got caught on it. And unfortunately it was because, like, tragically, people, life-altering injuries happen because of it. But I like to, when I load up NASCAR, and I'm about to load up NASCAR now, I'm gonna load up my own music as well as we do live stream. So if you guys don't hear me talking so much in NASCAR, you know why. Because I'm gonna be in my zone. I'm gonna allow the tunes to be in my world. Actually, that's usually what NASCAR is, right? That's my world. That's where I get to lose my mind. Excuse me, and you know, my mind gets to be at peace and kind of gets a break from everything. So I thank you all for tuning in. Okay, I see you guys, and I'm gonna load up NASCAR right now. So it's not gonna take long, 5 minutes tops, if that. Okay, I'm gonna plug in my headset, get properly suited up here, like comfortable, so that I'm good to go for at least 2 to 3 races, you know, like good ones. Alright. Thank you all for tuning in. See, I'm still ahead of the leaderboard. Right? We didn't quite make it to 800. We almost made it halfway. But before the end of the week, yeah, I'm definitely going to hit that 800 milestone. I hit my 400 wins milestone in hockey. I want my 800, level 800 in GTA. So, thank you everybody for tuning in so far. I look forward to you guys joining me in NASCAR. I'm going to load that up right now. And so if you give me about anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, I'll load that up. You guys stay safe, take care of each other, alright? Try to do something nice for one another, right? I try to give you good advice, right? You don't have to listen to me, but, you know, consider it, okay? Okay, alright. Next live stream, Bam's gonna see you there. Till then, Bam's out. Later.